Hey everyone, this is Tracking25 and welcome to part 2 of how to use the comparator. In this video, we're going to be learning a couple more tricks and tips you can use with the comparator and cool things you can make with it. But let's just do a quick recap on what we learned in the last video. So first thing we learned about the signal that the comparator goes in. Whatever signal it receives, it outputs, like that over there. Right over here, it reads a signal from the chest over here. So depending how many items you have in your chest, that is the signal you'll get in your comparator. Over here, it's more or less the same thing, just it's the rule of what items you have to put in to get what signal. Same thing for droppers, just using different items. And over here, we're two different types of pulse extenders that you can use for your comparator. But anyways, let's get started with part 2. In part 1, we learned about how the comparator outputs the signal it receives, and in this part, we're going to be learning about the side inputs of the comparator. So the comparator has two modes, which is comparison mode with the light off, and subtract mode with the light on. How they both work is, in comparison mode, if the signal on this side is greater than the signal going in, then the comparator will turn off, demonstrated by this block over here. Right now there's a signal strength of 15 going into there, there's only a signal strength of 14 going to there, so the comparator is turned off. So that is how the comparison mode works. Now the subtract mode does exactly what it says in the title, it subtracts. Meaning that if I put into subtract mode there, and I output a signal of 13 in there, and this is a signal of 14 there, then I should get an output of 1, demonstrated by this sign right here. Another feature of these side inputs of the comparator is that only the highest signal going to the comparator will affect the comparator there. So if I take this right off right now, you see that there's a signal 4 going to a signal 5 over there, and it does not turn the comparator off. But let's say I put the signal 6 on, you can see that the comparator is affected by that and it turns off. So as long as one of the sides are greater than the input chest, then the comparator will turn off. Now the most common use for the comparator is making this little redstone clock right over here, which acts as a pulse extender but a rapid fire system. So how it works is a signal 15 goes to the comparator right there, and then it goes to 14 and then 13. And if the comparator is in subtract mode, what happens is it sends out a signal of 2, so 1, 2, and then there's no signal over there, and that's why it flashes on and off. So say for instance I turn this on, you see the fireworks are going to shoot out rapidly just like that. Again, it works because the signal 15 goes in there, so you see it goes 15, and then it goes 14, and then 13, and same thing over here, 13 over there. The only problem is, when it goes 13 minus the 15, it goes 1, 2, so that's why that turns off, and that's not on. And it keeps doing that over and over again, and that's why you get the rapid pulsating fireworks just like this. Next, I'm going to show you 3 simple circuits that comparators are used in for many redstone builds. Right over here you can see the comparator is reading the input out of this hopper there, and this one does not have an item in it, and when the hopper is unpowered like that, you see that the item cycles back and forth through the coppers, and the comparators read it like that, sending an output into the redstone lamps over here, turning the lights on and off. Now this one is sort of similar to this one over here, just what it does is say you want a constant signal to turn into 1 pulse, you just power the dropper right there, and you can see that the comparator read the item that went up in the hopper but then went back down to the dropper because of the way the hopper is facing, and it sends a quick pulse into that lamp right over there. Just to show you guys again, when it's powered it'll send a quick pulse and go back down over here. Now this one is called a hopper clock. I'm not too sure of the YouTuber that made it, but I'm pretty sure if you Google redstone hopper clock in Minecraft, you should find it. Now it's the exact same thing as that one over there, just you'll notice that there's items in this hopper, and right now there's no items in this hopper here. But if this gets unpowered like that, you can see that all items are going to this hopper over here, just because of the redstone block over there, and then when it goes over there, you'll see that it's going to switch. Perfect, so that's how people get outputs to this lamp right over here. What happens is, once the item transfer over to one side, you can get an output either from this side over there, or that side over there, depending where the redstone block is. And there you have it. That is the basic information of the redstone comparator. And on the screen right now, you should see a picture of all the things that the comparator can read the signal from, but if you go on the Wikipedia page, you'll find that there's a whole bunch more that it can read from in special cases. And the way to get better at redstone using the comparator is just open up a test world and practice building with things. It may be hard at first, but once you build a few things, it gets easier. But that is all the time I have for this video. If you enjoyed it, you can let me know by leaving a like down below. This has been Tracking25, and I'll see you guys in the next video.